And some of
Heading level 3.
the soldiers
Microsoft
going by to meet the Toronto coaching
American
staff,
Samoa, sound recorder winner.
a few players. It has been, not to mince words, a shambolic season for both of these teams. They have both at various stages hit rock bottom and proceeded to dig. The good news for the Oilers that they're seemingly digging their way out of the hole. The Leafs, well, who knows, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, right now you'd think Toronto's in a better spot than Edmonton because they have had a better season. Edmonton has struggled just as much, but two teams seemingly heading opposite directions. Leafs going the wrong way. Oilers feeling a little bit better about themselves.
And one of the reasons they're feeling better is that they're playing a little bit better on the road, and one of the reasons for that is Victor Fost, who has won his last 3 starts in the road, albeit they've all been in the shootout. But when you struggle the way Edmonton has, that is definitely a stride in the right direction. At the other end, James Reimer will get the start for the Leafs. Bit of a surprise. It was expected that Jonathan Bernier would play. However, he has gone down with an undisclosed illness. I suspect the flu, but I'm just guessing. But it is going around. And Antoine Bibeau is the backup goaltender tonight. Glenn Healy also with us. He's got the best seat in the house next to yours, right down between the benches.
And you look at these two teams, if you look at the percentage of getting Connor McDavid, between the two of them, it's about 22%. Don't tell them that, though.
Everly pushes it up along the boards. Nugent Hopkins coming up after it. Purcell up there with him. Purcell has graduated. He's 3rd in the depth chart in that top Edmonton line. Taylor Hall is still out with an injury. Pouliot had played exceptionally well up there, but he's out injured as well. Here's Kadri. Santorelli, short angle shot, zipped it just wide. Comes back out. Riley punches it in. Fox grabs it and hangs on.
And so the Leafs looking for a shakeup, trying to maybe get some people's attention. Peter Horchek elects to scratch David Clarkson for tonight's game against Edmonton. He was on the ice. He played to the conclusion of last night's game in New Jersey. Looked okay in the morning skate. And he showed up at the game with his coffee and his bag and on time getting ready for the game preparation, but was not on the ice for warm-up and appears to have been scratched. Trevor Smith in to replace him in the lineup.
No other forward in Toronto played less. It is ironic that a team like Edmonton, who offered more money for him, this is the game he's a healthy scratch in.
A bitter irony if you're Clarkson. Twisting along the boards, Booth. Nice little spin move, looking for a little bit of room. Puck fired in. Panik was battling for real estate just off the edge of the crease. He's still up there. Here's Booth looking towards the front of the net. Goes blue line. Branson shoots one in. Branson, it was nip and tuck as to whether or not he'd play, but he's in there. Panik slams on the brakes, trying to shake off Gordon, who's right on him. Branson zips it over to Gardner. Fires a wrist shot in. That was stopped. It was Booth who was in front trying to tip it. Puck comes up and out. Poke back to Cody Franson. Up there to Booth. A little bit of room on that left side. Gardner up there to support. Comes back to him. He slaps it well wide. Just wanted to keep it in. Kessel's out there for the Leafs. One of a number of Toronto forwards. Line forms to the right in terms of guys who've struggled. Pass fired up there for Matt Brady. He'll give chase. Holtzen got there first. Van Riemsdyk. Kessel and Bozak, the big line out there for Toronto that unfortunately for the Leafs hasn't been so big the last month or so. Ferris chops it up against the grain for Yakupov. Yakupov plays it up ahead. Puck just poked up towards the corner. Gazdic up there after it. Bumps his man, Riley, trying to force the turnover. Puck chipped up off the boards. And here comes Riley in over the blue line, looking towards the net. Komarov up there with him. Komarov there, tied up along the boards by Lander. Sharp angle shot goes well wide, comes up Riley. Tips it around back to the goal. Komarov going after it. And the puck poked up by Lupul and grabbed and held by Fost.
Well, already more of a spirited start for the Maple Leafs. They knew they had to make changes. An 11th loss against New Jersey, and a lot of it had to do with they didn't get to the front of the net on Schneider. Their goaltender, Reimer, was bumped no less than 3 times, one for what would have been the 3rd goal of the hockey game. But a definite change in their philosophy tonight. Scratch by Clarkson, a change in philosophy, and there's a little bit more detail in their game.
I'm not the coach and I don't get a vote, but I saw that game last night. I didn't think Clarkson was anywhere near the worst player on the ice for Toronto.
I think the scratch is more based on a lack of play over a long period of time, last month or so, more so than last night specifically, and also getting people's attention. It's easy to scratch Panik, but to take Clarkson out of the lineup, it gets everyone's attention, which is something Peter Horacek was trying to do.
Well, and that's the key to it, right? I mean, do something. I'm giving up on you. Wasn't that this week's flavor? So much so, and you have to make a stark statement.
37,
to get the message. And you're right, Johnny. I don't think it's just one game or last game, but you look at the games before Holland, Komarov, Clarkson.
Microsoft.
Towards the end of those games,
July
2
2nd.
3 shifts in the 3rd period, so the message has to
0%
finally be
vertically
sent.
scrolled.
And beyond scratching Van Riemsdyk, Kessel, or Bozak, this might have the greatest impact throughout the lineup for a 4-game
Period, so the message has to finally be sent.
And beyond scratching Van Riemsdyk, Kessel, or Bozak, this might have the greatest impact throughout the lineup for a forward to come out of the lineup, given his contract, given who he is, and his stature on the team.
This is Branson, tucks it up there to Van Riemsdyk, and he will zip it in around the boards. Kessel lurking up there on the right side. Trying to chase that puck down. Kessel picked up an assist last night on the Leafs' only goal. Here's Gardner moving in. Kessel sprints towards the goal. Shot came across, but picked off and held by Fost.
Peter Horacek is all about getting 5 guys in the same zones. They can move the puck, whether forward together or defend together. And watch Phil Kessel off the face-off. So he gets out, protects his point, or reverse here, and he blows the zones. And all of a sudden, he's miles ahead of the play. So when James Van Riemsdyk dumps this in, he's standing still. He's not even moving to get a forecheck going. You have to generate some speed and time it so that you're not so far ahead of the play that you're standing still when you finally get to the offensive zone.
Edmonton opening up a 6-game road trip tonight. And their play is definitely improved under Coach Todd Nelson. Now, a pretty big margin for improvement, I must say.
Proper way of play, and so
Picked off by...
more inspired to play for him.
Here's Robidas shooting! And
But then slide, make the glove save.
Bounds if it's there. Saved so far.
Petrie plays it up. Holtz. Grab that puck loose. Panik sifted across. That pass finds Booth. He'll tiptoe it over the blue line. Smith, Booth, in there! Took a swipe at it. The 4th line combining well. Booth and Smith. Puck comes back out. Polak fires it up. That was knocked down. Petrie. And he will just lift it down into Toronto territory. Polak sets the floor. Coming up at the 5-minute mark of this first period. Not bad so far. No scoring. Riley fires it in. Lupul up there after it. Scooped it back to the blue line. Komarov up. Holland is up there too. Riley pitched up from that left point, and the puck was scored out.
And you know, Paul, that all the Leaf fans are saying, we've heard that for 11 games now. Not bad so far. No score. Yeah, that can be a problem.
Steaming up the wing. Holland got there, but not quite in time. Now it comes back to Holland. Pardon me, that's Lupul. Holland up there in support, but he couldn't get there in time. Schultz plays it up ahead. And the puck cleared in by Roy. And face-off will go back.
Good chance for David Booth, that 4th line. Booth was terrific against New Jersey, one of his strongest games as a Maple Leaf. Starts with Richard Chronicle playing on his off wing. You can step back and still make that rink-wide pass. David Booth head up, sees Klinkhammer looking for a hit. Gets it over Smith, and they just can't quite connect to the front of the net, but still well constructed Nice play by David Booth, drawing a defender, getting it over to Trevor Smith.
Leafs winless in 11. Their last win, just to remind you, January 9th against Columbus. It was a 5-2 win.
Seems like a long time ago. The Toronto Maple Leafs for the players has been a miserable last month and a half here in Toronto.
The month of January to their success.
This is the hope they win.
It's so important.
Sometimes when you're playing, you go through a slump like this, you're thinking the same. God, I hope we win.
It's fair enough.
Fingers crossed.
Kadri coming up in the wing. Nugent Hopkins slides it through and grabbed and held by Reimer. Long wrist shot coming in, just hoping to generate a rebound, but Reimer was all over it. No score early in this one.
Todd Nelson has paid his dues as a player and a coach. Started his playing career with the Muskegon Lumberjacks and was kind enough to sign this picture for me before the game. Actually, that's how it came off Google Images. 91-92, Penguins called him up. Nelson thought he'd be there for a while, packed for 2 weeks, but after one game, Ulf Samuelsson returned from an illness. Nelson was sent back. This was before cell phones, so a few of his Penguins teammates told him, hide in the shower so Penguin management can't find you. You'll get an extra day's pay. Didn't work. Back to Muskegon he went. NHL career finished with 1 game in Pittsburgh, 6 with Washington, and the rest of it in the minors. So he knows what a privilege it is to be here tonight.
Did he wear his tuxedo into the shower? Just asking.
Van Riemsdyk gets it up, puck fired by Kessel. Glorious chance right there. He was rabbiting down that right side. And visions of a goal dancing in his eyes. Van Riemsdyk up after it. Kessel comes up. Back of the goal, knocked away by Roy. Yakupov. Up there towards the corner. Ovidal got the better of him. Puck comes out in front. Roy gets it, shoots. And it's stopped and held by Reimer.
Streak it by the Oilers. They can generate plays there.
Kessel.
Which you can't.
Selection. There's a rebound. It's away from the glove. A couple more inches more towards the middle of the ice. That's in the back of the net for a tap in.
Kessel only 5 points since the start of January. He's due to use the early understatement of the night leader. Gardner. Branson plays it up. Santorelli waits. There to the high slot. He was looking for Kadri. Santorelli lets it go for Gardner. Has to fire it up there around back of the net. Winnick was looking for it. Winnick hangs down low, gets it in the corner. Nugent Hopkins watching him. That comes up to Everly. And all he can do is just get it out. The Leafs have dominated with 14 shots directed towards the net so far.
You're the Oilers. You've been here since Thursday. You know the Leafs are struggling. Played last night. This is not the start you were looking for.
Here's Lupul. Chips it across. Steered away there by Fost. Hendricks chips it in. And long range Reimer will stop those.
Camilleri.
Alrighty, thanks, George. Klinkhammer was ready to hammer. He's after it now back to the net. Klinkhammer looks around, working up there with Gordon. Wrist shot comes in, long range from Ference. But Reimer will stop those all night. There's been maybe 4 shots directed towards the goal, all from long range. Alden chips it up. Komarov. Gives his man Petrie a bump. Puck comes up around the boards and just chopped out. Riley. Both teams making changes. This is Riley up to Booth. And offside.
James Reimer gets a surprise start because it looks like Jonathan Bernier can't go. So it's Antoine Bibeau backing up for the first time. He had a nice finish to his year last year. Made it to the Memorial Cup with the Val-d'Or team. Lost to the Edmonton Oil Kings in the final after putting on a magnificent performance during the Memorial Cup. To his first year pro here with the Toronto Marlies and getting his first taste of NHL action from the bench.
When you think about it, too, he was the 17th goalie taken in the 2013 draft. It's a long way down the list. Zach Fucali was taken 36 by the Canadians. So he's had a wonderful start to his career. It starts with the Men's Cup, and now his first year, nothing but stage for him.
Here's Riley in the corner, moves it up. Bit of a domino effect, too. He comes up from the Marlies unexpectedly. The backup goalie for the Marlies is a 17-year-old goaltender from the Ryerson CIAU team.
Everyone getting their first shot playing pro hockey. Stories to tell forever.
Frazier, or nightmares for the forever, depending if they play 17 and Ryerson to the Marlies. Something doesn't fit.
Please don't put me in.
And pardon me, that is CIS. I know not CIAU. Sorry about that. For those of you who vote to jump on Twitter, thank you very much. Save you the hassle. Roy trying to come in, knocked away from him. Roy, a real steadying influence with this team. Veteran presence. 9 points in the 16 games since he's come up. He's up after the puck now. Gets it back along the boards for Yakupov to Roy. Works it across in front of the net. Nice read by Petrie to jump up from that left point position. Here's Frazier. Firing it back in. Oilers making changes.
Petrie catching Phil Kessel sleeping at the point. They're getting in behind him. Kessel gets watching the puck.
Be a real good pickup for a team. Petrie, to me, is the Oilers' best defenseman right now. Unrestricted free agent, and there's lots of talk about moving him. I'd think twice about it.
Offside there. 8:50 to go in the first period. Still no score here at the Air Canada Centre on Hockey Night in Canada.
NHL players took part in World War I and World War II, and we didn't just send a bunch of slugs. No. Woody Dumart, Hall of Fame in '92, part of the Kraut line. Gord Drillen, 3-time Art Ross, 3-time Lady Byng. How about Kenny Reardon? He was a 5-time All-Star. Sid Abel from the production line. He won the Hart when he came back in '49. Turk Broda, 2-time Vezina. These are pretty big names. Max Bentley, the Hart, the Lady Byng, Hall of Fame in '66. Milt Schmidt, and we saw Sillaps there. 2 years in World War II, he won the Calder and the Lady Byng, so some great NHL stars that contributed to our country and freedom.
This is Kadri trying to get it out in front. Centurelli lurking there just off the edge. Schultz fires it across. Purcell coming up after. Newton Hopkins, Everly up there. This line's been pretty quiet so far for the Oilers. Offensively, they've not done much. Directed 5 shots towards the Leaf goal. Unofficial count. Offside. Tuesday night, Eugene left. The hit. Free. At 9. You know, last night after that game in New Jersey, James. Last night after that game in New Jersey, James Reimer and Peter Horacek, I heard both of them talk so emotional about how bad the team played.
Unusual for both of them. Horacek usually is positive. He can see his frustration, and James Reimer as well.
Puck given away there. Roy shoots, and he's stoned by Reimer.
You call out your team, including yourself, you better respond with a performance, and big save there for Reimer to keep this one scoreless.
It's a hard play for Robidoux. Right-hand shot playing the left side.
Van Riemsdyk moves in. Bozak was with him. Knocked down. Puck played up ahead. On the move. Gordon flashing it over that blue line. Tried to work it across towards the front of the net. Back up. Bozak plays it in. Hendricks. Defane. Gordon. Not much room to move. Getting it up into the corner. Klinkhammer up there after it. Fane pitched well up from that right point. Here's Gardner. Slides it up to Lupul. And he will wind his way up ahead. Knife to pass up. He was looking for Holland. Foss plays it over. Komarov. Lupul pass up. It's in there. Looking towards the front of the net. And gets it all the way back out. First shot punched in by Gardner. That was knocked down. Here's Holland. Lupul gets a shot, and
that's James Reimer. Realizing
we're back here, NHL guy.
When I was coaching this team, because much as he's on the back line of his career, he's still an NHL player with loads of experience and talent.
11th year NHL guy, picked up his 500th career point back in November, and you're right, Heels, he really has added a veteran presence that was much needed, I think.
Well, there's no doubt that the rebuild's going to take some time. There's a lot of guys that are slotted in the wrong spot. Hopkins is the number 2 center, not a number 1. They need some defense. The goaltending at times has been inconsistent, so it's not done yet, but it's a work in progress.
Here's Panik, fights off Petrie, nice job, gets right in there. He worked it across in front. Smith was looking for it. Nice job by Panik to win that puck off Jeff Petrie and bulldoze it towards the goal. Puck out ahead. Here comes Purcell. It's a foot race and one that he's not going to win. Riley heads him off with the pass.
he was looking for the Fedorov, slide that one under the stick and cut inside. A good read by Morgan Riley.
Purcell again. Take the shot. Branson out to watch him and steal the puck. Winnick. Winnick. Kadri up to his left. Santorelli to his right. Dishes to Kadri. Back in. Winnick. If he didn't see it or just couldn't get his stick on it. He's after it here in the corner. Kadri's over there too. No one in front. Now Kadri goes towards the front of the goal. Santorelli there too. It's going to come to Gardner. Gets the shot through and well wide of the mark. Santorelli leaps over after him. Kadri's up there. Winnick up into the mix as well. 3 leads all trying to pressure that puck loose. Gardner. Winnick. Santorelli to his right. Kadri here in the left. Moves it up. Winnick. Sprinting up there after it. Fane got there first. Gets some help from Roy. He feathers it there back from Arinson. Long shot goes down. Sprinting after it. Yakupov slams on the break. Nice little move. And tried to work it in front. He had Derek Roy there. And Reimer hangs onto it. Dexterous little move by Yakupov, but they couldn't finish off that time.
On Canadian Armed Forces Appreciation Night, Leaf alumni faced a Forces team here this afternoon. Daryl Sittler scoring for the alumni. And the mention of Sittler is a segue into the anniversary of Sittler's 10-point night versus Boston, because everything in broadcasting is a segue. 6 goals and 4 assists, though. In their 10 games before last night, New Jersey Leafs had managed 10 goals. On a night in February, 39 years ago, Daryl Sittler managed as many points as the Leafs did goals in 10 games. And Sittler did it in an era when obstruction wasn't called quite the way it is today. Paul?
I remember watching that game, and you can find all 10 points. Just do a search, Sittler 10-point night. The video is out there. Fane fires one.
The Leaf alumni won today 7-6. Dando scored with less than a second left, so the streak is over. Well, maybe not.
Play-by-play announcer on that game, the legendary Bill Hewitt. Brian McFarland did the color, and I believe Dave Hodge was the host.
Who was the goalie?
Dave Reese.
Most famous for that.
Dave Reese.
An illustrious career after that.
And the infamous line that he went out and tried to jump in front of a train because it was such a bad night and it went through his legs.
Never played again.
Kessel, backhand shot steered away. That's not my line, by the way. It's an old one. Here comes Roy. Looking towards the front of the net. Hanging back there is Hendricks. And he couldn't get it to him. Tapped away. Foot race. Holland. Will he get a chance? Waiting. Looking for the help. In front of the net for Kessel. Swinging a miss. Puck comes up and around. Holland heading after it. Gordon got there first. Steers it up to the corner now. Quick hammer up there. Comes to Schultz. Trying to chop it up, left bomb. Look out, Lupul picks his pocket. Here's Hendricks. And that will be an icing call. Tuesday night, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara starring a new episode of the hit comedy Schitt's Creek. Tuesday at 9 on CBC.
Peter Holland gets off to the races here. Roy's a little too slow on that pass, puts Clef on a bad spot. But watch Clef on. Pretty good wheel to chase down Holland, get inside position so as to not take a penalty. And then that puck coming back door to Phil Kessel just got a piece of Justin Schultz skate. Otherwise, Phil would have been there to tap that one in.
And a few of those around the net in this first period. You've got to be wondering, what do we need to do to get a lead?
Here's Santorelli. Is this what they need to do? He steps right across in front, and Bosch will cover it up.
But that is what they need to do. Exactly right. Peter Horacek has said it. Get pucks to the net, drive to the net. Don't just shoot from the perimeter. Mike Santorelli does just that. Gets his feet moving, tracks the puck down, then protects it here out of the corner, shakes off Ferris, and then don't take the soft route in behind the net, but drive to the front, try to get to the far post, and see what happens.
They need some puck luck. They need a result. 11-game losing streak. They've had a lead twice in 11 games.
Petrie. Up for Everly. 2 times they've had the lead in 11 games. That's a great stat. And really puts one of many exclamation marks on this sentence. Here's Cadman. Works in, shoots, rising shot off the outside of the post, and I think Fast got a piece of it as well.
Nice play by Nazem Kadri, but good decision as well by Daniel Winnick in the neutral zone. He gets the puck at center ice. He can go wide to Santorelli or get it to the more skilled Nazem Kadri toe drag, and inside Petrie, and hits the bar. Little drag here, improve the angle, get it past the shot block, and beats Bosch cleanly, brings it off the bar. And that is 2 games in a row now for Nazem Kadri. Hit the post last night against New Jersey as well.
Hey, here's one for you guys. Who do you think has a better career points per game average? Kadri or Evander Kane?
The fact that you're asking tells me that it's Nazem Kadri.
Almost exactly identical.
David Crew for Gazdick.
And they'll trade him.
Minutes, I'll take David or Hendricks and him. 20-plus pounds for school, but skating, so he's got a charted with ice stuff.
Extra 2 minutes. It's going to go up with the clock. Against the Oilers, at least in the power play. Riley. Branson, Riley. And here comes Kadri. Steps in over the line. Van Riemsdyk takes the drop. Back to Kadri. Gets it in front. Knocked on goal. Was loose in the crease and crushed away. Puck work there to the side. And Riemsdyk trying to get it out in front. And it's cleared.
YouTube video clip.
1:05 to go in the power play. Will carry over to the next period. Barring a goal, of course.
Toronto.
Here's Gardner. Up to Connor.
Please.
Kadri to his left.
2017, 2017, 4. Detroit.
Paddock working out in the slot.
Video. Watch tab right.
3 leads trying to win that puck in the corner.
Study music.
0% vertical scroll.
Need a fourth guy to get in tight with the puck to win it.
Paddock, Holland trying to coax it loose. It comes back. Here's Gardner. Looks around. Works it across. Paddock is down low. Lupul's in front. Paddock, a couple of swipes at it. Nice work by Andrew Ferentz. Paddock is down low. Lupul's in front. Paddock, a couple of swipes at it.
0%
Nice work
vertical
by
scroll.
Andrew. Lupul's in front. Paddock, a couple of swipes at it.
Zero. Goals. 0% vertical scroll.
Down in the ice to block the pass and then play whistle down.
Penalty coming up. Second
Down in the ice to block the pass and then play whistle down.
First period, the lead.
Penalty coming up.
3-1.
Petrie for a cross check down in front of the net. As the Leafs finally did a good job upon it. And to start the second face off, you get Petrie in the back. Paddock. And
Complimentary.
he did a good job retrieving that puck. Paddock
0%. Goals.
and going to be a 21 top the court here.
He made the smart play by
Foul back on the boards. Everybody. Stop ending up down in the corner and along the board, so inconsequential. That will do it for period number 1. Two-man advantage for 16 seconds to start things off for the Leafs in period number 2. Before we get to that, our first intermission. Here's your host, George Stroumboulopoulos.
Leafs and Oilers scoreless to start the second here at the Air Canada Centre on the Budweiser Red Light scoreboard. Devils lead the Canadians 1-0. Columbus and Senators scoreless. Kings have beaten Tampa Bay 4-2. Nashville still atop the Central Division with a win over the Rangers. And Sidney Crosby and the Penguins in Vancouver in the second half of our Hockey Night in Canada doubleheader later. Paul.
All right, thanks, Scott. Leafs with a 5-on-3 advantage for the first 16 seconds of this period. Riley will lead it up there. Kessel, Bozak, Van Riemsdyk are the forwards. Bozak is parked out in front. Van Riemsdyk on the weak side just off the edge. Here's Riley moving up, drops the shoulder, looking, can't find an option. Slides it back there for Van Riemsdyk. Leafs now with a one-man advantage. Puck back to Franson. Whips it across. Kessel. Van Riemsdyk waiting. Tried to pass it in front. Nice job there by Ferentz. Puck comes back. Franson with a shot. Fast stop back. Leafs with 1:14 to go on a one-man advantage. And the puck cleared down the ice.
That's a zone time. Lots of pucks around the net, but only one shot on the net for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And once you get the puck to the seam once, look to take it to the net, not go right back through it. Eventually the defenseman will recover.
Nugent Hopkins at the blue line there. And Purcell was in offside.
Pretty uneventful first period for the Toronto Maple Leafs and this guy, their top scorer, Phil Kessel. Last night, you start to sense that things are close to breaking out when you're hitting crossbars and posts, and tonight, much more of the same. A lot of inside shots from Kessel. Not outside 30 feet. Some backdoor plays with good sticks by the Oilers. Otherwise, this would be a much different score. Got to give teams that have played against Kessel full marks. They've done a good job of eliminating him. But he's starting to get inside now, and that's troublesome.
Here's Kadri, and he's rubbed out of the play there along the boards by Mark Fane. Puck comes up around. Leafs with the advantage here. Holland looks around. Lupo banging his stick on the ice. Now he gets it. Lupo turns to face the play, looking around. Fires it across. Panik is parked there in front, and he remains there just at the top of the crease. Puck comes back to Gardner. Took it in his skates, so couldn't get the one-timer away. Holland dishes off. Gardner sneaks up on the weak side, but they can't get it across to him. Puck knocked down. Rolls across. Gardner up in the corner with him. Looks around. Panik was parked there in front. Couldn't get his stick on it. Here's Holland. And he's got Petrie watching him. Gardner. And the puck cleared up ahead. This is Yakupov. Clears it around. Teams it even straight. Kadri coming out. The exit door popped open there briefly. Panik. Here's Roy. Pass up ahead for Roy. Knocked down. Smith there to claim the spoils. And clears it back in. Aronson. Moves it up. Here's Robidoux. Fraser was going for the net, looking for the return feed. Whacked up towards the goal by Aronson. Puck rolls around. Knocked in back to the net. Yakupov looking for it. Here's Smith. Cross ice. Komarov coming in. Smith following up on the play. Komarov gets it in. Smith all over the rebound, or not quite. It was bouncing around on it. Polak lays it back, top of the point. Riley works it over quickly. Polak sneaking up there on the right side, fails to negotiate contact. They'll play it back up around, back to the net. Win it, looking. Polak tried to touch it up there towards the corner, and the puck cleared out. Fraser had lost his stick. He's since recovered it.
For the Edmonton Oilers, you got to get better than you have shown so far through 24 minutes of this game. It has been all Toronto that's went in there the entire game.
Van Riemsdyk trying to get it across in front, broken up. Petrie. And Riemsdyk badgering him a little bit. Here's Kessel. Looks to the front. Centered it in front. And Riemsdyk had a great chance. And Foss with a nice save. Back out comes Everly. Nugent Hopkins. Works it across. Swing and a miss there by Purcell. And Riemsdyk. Bozak looking for Kessel. Goes cross ice. And Riemsdyk couldn't catch up to him. Everly. Jabs that puck ahead. Purcell coming up. Nobody with him. He'll try it solo. And that doesn't go so well.
Chances upon chances upon chances for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they can't quite seem to solve Victor Foss right now. But Jeff Petrie reverts to Phil Kessel. He puts it right in front, and Riemsdyk with a tip. Bozak with the rebound, and Foss with two very good saves. As Heels, make sure you get a towel there. Towel yourself off as you get a little shower.
No, I'm wearing a neoprene suit.
Yeah,
very much waterproof.
I figured as much.
Got it on sale. Well, you mentioned chances. Most teams track chances. There's different kinds, A, B, and C. Well, from the Leafs, we've seen a lot of A-quality chances. Not so much from the Oilers.
Leafs had the power play to start the period. 5-on-3, then 5-on-4. Usually the hardest part of the power play is gaining control. That was not a problem for the Toronto Maple Leafs. But after you get it, then you have to work the puck to the front of the net. They control it on the outside, but at some point, someone has to take the puck and a body to the front to make something happen. Leafs elected not to, and nothing ever came from all that possession time with the power play.
Gentlemen, sorry, go ahead, Glenn.
Just like each player gets the puck and they stop and think, now what do I do with it? And it lets the box get set up. And the next guy gets it, gets the 3 Mississippi.
And when the Leafs were rolling on their power play, you didn't sense that. They were just playing instinctively. The hesitation wasn't part of their game.
Tic-tac goal, and it's going. And real speed is puck moving. That's a dud of a power play.
Puck moved up ahead there by Lander. Jumps back up into the play, trying to catch up to it there back. And I was going to say, guys, Edmonton, one area where they are excelling against the Leafs is in face-offs. 18-7 in face-off wins in this game, for what that's worth. Gazdic looking for it. Puck chipped up ahead. Striding up to the line was Holland. And Holland still looking around for it. Lander taps it ahead. Here's Holland again. And just floats it up there to the corner. Leafs will make some changes. Oilers doing likewise. Lupul up there in the forecheck. Here's Klefbom. Reimer out to play. Here's Booth taking that long feed. Petrie will beat him to it though. Fraser runs into some traffic in his own zone. Roy back there to support. And he will pick it up. Roy with a adventurous move towards the front of his own goal. Here's Booth trying to center it. Honick is out there. Booth comes around looking for an opening. And none forthcoming. Roy will start back out. Got it up and ahead. Yakupov. And waits for the trailer, but then couldn't find him. It was Ferentz. Riley, and over the line, offside. Smith was one step ahead on the right wing. Still no score in this one. Live on CBC, this is Hockey Night in Canada. Game 2 of our Hockey Night in Canada doubleheader tonight from the beautiful city of Vancouver, Pittsburgh. Against the Canucks, Jim Hewson, Greg Simpson, and Cassie Campbell at that game. Next Saturday, Hockey Day in Canada. And a plethora of games. Next Saturday, Hockey Day in Canada. And a plethora of games coming your way. Lots of stuff to tell you about. And the theme of the...
Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Duke, an Alberta optometrist. When an eye emergency happens, your optometrist is trained to help. We are doctors who diagnose, treat, and prescribe medications. Alberta Health coverage is available.
This link open July 2nd, 2015. Edmonton Oilers versus Toronto Maple Leafs. YouTube 0% vertically scored.
Mike, teammates that meant the most to you.
Can I say Heels? I played here within Toronto, of course, but liar. You remember the ones you grew up with playing, went to hockey camps with, traveled, road trip, hotel, mini sticks in the hallways, all those great memories from growing up playing hockey.
Nugent Hopkins pokes it towards the goal. That'll be covered up.
I'll be in trades with the new. And when I went to meet the Rangers from the Islanders, he was the first one to move me in. Granted, I couldn't lift any of the TVs; they were a little too heavy, but that's a teammate.
One of the nicest guys to play the game I've ever run into.
Not nice to play against, though. He played it hard.
Schultz, Purcell shoots. Got it away quickly, and a nice stop by Reimer.
Nominate your community by February 8th for your chance.
And Schultz, Purcell shoots.
He played it hard.
Game I've ever run into.
Not nice to play against, though. Like a regular, yeah, but get them. And the players don't feel shootout losses like a regular loss, but they celebrate shootout wins like a regular win. It's a bit of a trick of psychology there for the boys, but Victor Foss has been money in those shootouts. That's where he's been getting them as of late. And the Oilers will take whatever they can get, but not too many because they still want to make sure to stay in that Connor McDavid running at the bottom of the standings.
There's no way a guy on either team is even thinking about that.
No, not the players, not at all. The organization, absolutely.
Lupul trying to hold off Gordon there, gets it up around back of the net. Here's Komarov. Lupul's in front, and Holland couldn't get it to him.
But both organizations kind of get it. You know, the Oilers, 22 of 52 games this year, they've outshot opponents, so that means someone else has taken the play. And this week at home defense afterward, or one.
He got up to play it on goal. Hey, Glenn, I want to ask you, I know you run hot and cold or have on Victor Foss this season. What do you think of him the last little while?
Well, he's been great. You know, I think the big thing with him is he's a big guy, but plays very small. And in this league, when you rarely draft anyone under the height of 6 feet, you've got to be a big guy. Then your margin for error is less. You don't have to be perfect to make saves like it was in the days of Vernon, Bester, Healy, and that group of us, we were all small.
Here's Bozak in there, fired one, and didn't miss by much. And that has been the theme of the last couple of games for the Leafs' big guns. Bozak, Kessel, they've been around, but just missing.
Job by Tyler Bozak, keeping his feet moving. Getting inside, Matt Fraser gets caught in the pinch. And watch Tyler Bozak, quick stick, get inside, and then move his feet to draw the penalty there, and still gets a pretty good chance. We're talking about getting big. Victor Foss, I think, just got his shoulder on that to keep that one out of the net as Matt Fraser's heads to the box.
But there is room there. And that's a puck, when placed right, is in the back of the net.
And he's not exceptionally athletic for a smaller guy.
Leafs with their third power play of the night. They're 0 for 2 in the power play. Stepping in is Holland. Lupul is with it. Polak also out there. Connor up there looking for it. Hanging back, Gardner. Over to Kadri. Gains control. Moves in. Waiting. Shooting. Puck comes up around Gardner. Pokes at it. Holland looking for it. Lupul dishes off. Holland in front. Top of the point. Gardner. Kadri. Ready. Set. Drops it down in front. Panik tried to pivot around. Didn't quite work. Here's Gardner. They work it around. Kadri over on the weak side. Sneaks into the circle. Scores! Drops it down in front. Panik tried to pivot around. Didn't quite work. Here's Gardner. They work it around. Kadri over on the weak side. Sneaks into the circle. Gardner. Kadri ready. Top of the point. Gardner. Kadri ready. Didn't quite work. Set. Drops it. Mentioned the career
Scoring chances. He's really thrived under Peter Horachek, generating more scoring chances under Horachek than he did under Horachek.
At least square, and it gets through him. But a good big goaltender, that just doesn't get through you.
Yeah, good illustration of your point. Kessel racing up. Looks around. Roy back there to check him. Here comes Fraser. Worked it across. Yakupov coming in, drops the shoulder, centers it in front. Roy was there, took a jab at it. And it was stopped by Reimer and played out. Van Riemsdyk jumping up there into the play. So is Franson. He's got it now. Shoots! Knocked away. Van Riemsdyk is still in front. Franson moves it around. Here's Kessel. Gardner shoots. Fox knocked it away. Gardner again. Works it over. Franson shooting. Knocked down on the way through. Ferris got in front of it. Franson gets it around. Kessel lets it go. Up to Gardner. Kessel. Bozak's down low. And Riemsdyk's up there. Kessel waits. Shoots. Scores. Riemsdyk's up there. Kessel waits. Kessel. Franson gets it around. Kessel lets it go. Up to Gardner. Kessel. Bozak's down low. And to Gardner. Kessel. Bozak's down low. And Riemsdyk's up there. Kessel waits. Shoots. Goes around. Kessel lets it go. Up to Gardner. Kessel. Bozak's down low. And Riemsdyk's up there. Kessel waits. Shoots.
Full possession again.
That's a you see why they've had a coach.
Victor Foss currently 40 out of 42 goalies that qualify for save percentage stats. That's not going to get it done.
Here's Klefbom. Get up here. Knocked down by Fane. He'll play it back in. And play is whistled down. 8:27 to go in the second period. The Leafs get things rolling. Panik and Kessel both scoring on Hockey Night in Canada.
Well, we could be getting ahead of ourselves to use the word exceptional on a 10-year-old player, but let's just say Patrick Thomas of Mississauga is something special. Scores 200 points a season, led a Toronto select team to the Brick Tournament Championship last July. When he was 8, Patrick got a Ryan Nugent-Hopkins bleacher creature doll for Christmas. Takes it to every game, and he brought it to the Air Canada Centre this morning when he met his hero. Nugent-Hopkins himself played in the Brick Super Novice Tournament in 03, so who knows, maybe in a decade or less we'll be digging this footage out as part of Patrick Thomas's story, Paul.
I know it'll be in your personal archive. Puck in front, jab towards the goal by Lander. Lander gets it out in front, rolls around. Pushed up towards the corner. Leafs, by the way, 13-3-1 when Phil Kessel scores. He has. And they leave this game 2-0. Puck fired in low and wide there by Hakarinen. Here's Robidoux. Holland. Lupul going down the middle. He'll catch up to it here on the right side. No, he won't actually. Now it's tapped up and he'll get it here. Lupul. Holland up there with Komarov as well. Here's Komarov. Lupul. Over for Franson. Komarov. Lupul. Holland backs towards the front of the goal and now circles down around back of the net. Towards the front of the goal. Turned over there at the blue line. Everett. Here he comes. Big chance. Off the iron. Right down Main Street. Door was shut, but just barely. Barons plays it up. Klinkhammer swings in. Puck bounces down. Frazier snapped a bullet just wide. Petrie moves it up. Yakupov wasn't able to recover. Here comes Riley. He's on the move. Panik is with him. Riley right in. Shooting scores. What a goal. Panik is with him. That's wide. Petrie moves it up. Yakupov wasn't able to recover. Here comes Riley. He's on the move. Panik is with him. Riley right in. Shooting scores.
0% penalty score.
Morgan Riley dipping, diving, and picking off the corner.
goodness, Morgan.
July 2nd.
What a goal. At least break out of their own zone. It's Riley all on his own. Look at the patience. Cuts the middle.
Slider. Skip slider.
Dragging in. And then going under the bar.
Going back.
Individual effort.
New keyboard shortcut. Seek slider. 0 minutes 22. 0 minutes. 0 minutes.
Real material from Morgan Riley.
He just arrowed it to the top corner.
Unbelievable individual effort by Morgan
0%
Riley.
vertical score.
And that is
0%
highlight reel
vertical score.
material from Morgan Riley.
He just arrowed it to the top corner.
You look more unbelievable individual effort by Morgan Riley putting on a clinic. And that is highlight reel material from Morgan Riley.
He just arrowed it to the top corner.
From Morgan Riley.
He just
Highlight reel but putting on a clinic. And that is highlight reel material from Morgan Riley.
He just arrowed it to the top corner.
Complimentary YouTube. Goal scored in large hockey arena with large crowd. Seek slider. Goal scored. Toronto Maple Leafs goal horn history YouTube audio playing tab. Going back.
You look at the 11 games that the Leafs
Arrowed it to the top corner.
You look at the 11 games that the Leafs had struggles. Their leading scorer in those 11 games, Morgan Riley. Granted, not big numbers, 4 points, but their leading scorer. Just every game he keeps getting better and better. Head up, confident. This is a one-on-4. Most coaches would love you to just dump this thing in. He just makes a play against 4 white sweaters. Oh yeah, I can.
His 5th of the year unassisted at 13-26. Oilers, will they need to strike down before this one? Ball is too far away. Everly works it back. Puck fired in there by Purcell. Rebound comes out. Up there. Oh, Schultz off the post. 2 posts in this period for the Oilers. No love for Edmonton right now. Nugent Hopkins fired it across in front. And the puck will come back out.
That's an empty net for Justin Schultz. He just has to hit it.
You think about Morgan Riley. They play a song here in warm-up called Hideaway. He loves it. He sings it every game, as they do it in warm-up. Well, he was a healthy scratch with Randy Carlyle, so we showed him singing it on about 3 weekends. Because they hit him away in the press box. And as warm-up was going on, I said to him, "Oh, you're singing your favorite song again." He says, "Yeah, but I got in trouble from the coach. Somebody showed it." I said, "That was us. We showed it. We busted you." He's got a lot more swagger with Horchek than Carlyle, and a lot more rope, and he can sing Hideaway.
Branson moves it up. Long pass up. Here comes Yakupov. In front of the net, and Roy couldn't get a grip on it. Riley, Santorelli chips it out. Petrie. Barons. Here's what goes in. Oh, he's looking for Kadri, who was lurking in the weeds on the left side. Kadri in front. Santorelli, big chance.
We like this. When I forgot my pin and dip pin edit. Keyboards.
Robida.
0% vertical score.
Stopped by John Cherry.
Oh, we've got 5
onto it. Always get a great response. The much love.
Not a better supporter of our troops probably in this country. Amazing man.
Booth tried to snap it on goal. Here's Booth. Klinkhammer. Real rush there inside the blue line. Klinkhammer came away with it over to Ferretz. Fired the wrist shot through, and Reimer stayed with it and hangs on.
It's been a nice night for James Reimer as He was very emotional after the game last night, talking about the compete and the professionalism and the pride required by his team to get out of this 11-game winless streak. And his team in front of him has responded. He's been good, hasn't let any goals in yet, but the team in front of him has played so much better in his support. Perhaps responding, I guess, to the pleas of James Reimer and Peter Horacek to get a little better in their game, but better tonight.
Schultz moves it across. Puck pumped in towards the goal there. Cluckbaum let it go. Now picked up Yakupov. A little flashy move towards the slot. And play is whistled out. It's going to be a penalty coming up against the Leafs. And it's going to be Kessel.
And he's going to get the slash there. Yakupov, who does have a lot of flash in his game, starts dancing around the offensive zone, and right there, coming down on the shins of Yakupov as he drives the seam. No need for that. Put your body down there before he gets there and avoid the slashing penalty.
First power play opportunity of the night for Edmonton. Here's Gordon. Everly. Purcell. Nugent Hopkins hanging back there at the left point. Lays it up. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Tucks it across. Schultz, their top scoring defenseman. Up to Nugent Hopkins. Back for Schultz. Looks around. Gordon is parked in front. Everly with the one-timer. Nugent Hopkins over for Everly. Good look this time. Shoots. It's stopped. Rebound in front. Everly up there to get it. Plays it back to the blue line now. Schultz. Purcell. Twisting around. Gordon is parked in front. Comes down low. Everly in front. Nugent Hopkins was sneaking up there and was watched closely by Trevor Smith. Monday night, they were sent to deep space to save humanity, but who'll save them? Don't miss the premiere of the gripping 6-part series, Ascension, Monday at 9 at CBC.
Gotta get every pucks out, and Robidoux didn't. He's getting a pat from coach on the back. You know, that's the one thing, too. Stales on the bench, a lot more teaching and a lot more positive messaging from the coaching staff. Steve's played a long time. He understands what it's like to be a player.
Oh, Roy got it right out in front there. Puck played out. That was Frazier who had the chance. Yakupov.
YouTube video player group. YouTube video play. See, play keep. See, 1 hours 15 minutes 0. 1 hours 12. 1 hours 12. 1 hours 11 minutes. 1 hours.
Just missed.
1 hours 11 minutes. 1 hours.
Just missed.
0% vertical score.
All right, everybody, let's pay attention now. We've got 500 of the greatest troops in the world, Canadian Armed Forces. Let's give them one last round and show them how proud we are of them. Let's go!
That was during the break. Don Cherry in the house, and that'll always get a great response.
That's the one thing.
1 hours 15 minutes 9 seconds of 1 hour's current.
Stales on the bench.
1 hours 15 minutes. 1 hours 15 minutes. 1 hours 15.
Oh, Roy got it right out in front there.
0% vertical score.
Puck played out. That was Frazier who had the chance. Yakupov up there deep. Puck comes in front. Frazier! Oh! And he directs it right on goal and stopped by Reimer.
Phil Kessel, he can be a hero in this town, and at times he can be a goat. And here's what I mean by being a goat. Chasing down a puck which could lead to a chance, he sails on ahead. That is Derek Roy, not Andre Roy. You want to take that puck, take the hit, make a play. Here is good Phil Kessel. Come to the top of the box, get away from Petrie, dare him to come to bad ice. He doesn't, and then you finish it off with a good wrist shot.
All right, well, here's the big question. If you're coaching him, how do you get more good Kessel than bad Kessel?
Give him as much rope as he wants. His contract is a lot longer than yours. That makes sense?
Jones fires one in. Robida. Everly. Purcell over on the left side. Everly gets it. Everly moves up, down low to Gordon, stuffs it in front, nobody home.
That is the debate, isn't it? When you got him in a trade, did you really think you got Doug Jarvis? No, you got a guy who can score. You got a guy who scores only Stamkos, Perry, and Ovechkin score more.
I think the better option, if you had it available, was to put him on a line with guys that could support his unique skill set and offer him some of the defensive stability that maybe lacks in his game, and just let him do what he does, because he does it better than just about anybody.
Penalized player back on. Teams at even strength under 2 minutes to go. Here in this second period, a 3-0 lead. Trying to shake the shackles of an 11-game winless streak. And looking in pretty decent stead to do that. Puck chip there. Fast will grab it and hang. Pretty decent stead to do that. Puck chip there. Fast will grab it and hang.
0% for
Patrick Maroon.
Time now for the
What a goal!
Time now for the Budweiser red light scoreboard. Here's what's going on elsewhere. Montreal turning the tables on New Jersey. They had trailed 1-0. They now lead by a score of 3-1. Second half of our doubleheader coming up tonight. Sidney Crosby and company in Vancouver to play the Canucks. Tim Houston with the call on that one with Craig Simpson and Cassie Cameron. Our doubleheader coming up tonight. Sidney Crosby and company in Vancouver to play the Canucks. Tim Houston with the call on that one with Craig Simpson and Cassie Cameron.
Just saw a smile from the Leaf coaching staff. Go with it. An insider. That's a first in a long time. A smile from Peter Horchak.
Puck dropped down into the corner. Hendricks works it around. Bounced away there from Roy. Komarov with it. This is Lupul. Looking to return the favor to Komarov. Hendricks. Here's Riley. Ricochets it off the boards. Petrie. Puck is cleared in and offside. Under a minute to go in the second period.
Glenn, you talked about Stefan Robidas not getting a puck out on his backhand during the last penalty kill. He was trying to get courage on the bench. He was crushing at himself. He doesn't turn that one over, or he's going to catch. The next time out there, he gets the puck right here. He doesn't have any confidence in his backhand, so he decides to eat it at the boards, trying to wait for some help because he's not feeling good about it. That is one of the negatives to having two righties kill a penalty, both Polak and Robidas. Get that puck is a more difficult clear when it's on your backhand.
Well, it's hard, too. He's a right-hand shot playing the left side. I mean, that's tough. When you're a defenseman, you're playing your wrong side. When you think back when Shea Weber and Seth Jones were together, Shea Weber played his right side, his regular side. Why? Because he couldn't play his offside. Seth Jones had it. That's exceptional. This is the Norris Trophy guy, and it was the youngster that had to go over.
Puck comes back out, moving up.
0% for the score.
And didn't get the shot he wanted away. He'll skate back and pick it up in his own zone here inside the final 30 seconds of this second period.
2 points for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
And the Leafs with a 3-0 lead in Edmonton, I must say.
Edmonton on the one goal.
They were the team that had last night off. They were in town, rested, and I'd have thought they'd have been a little more ready to go than they have shown. But through 2 periods, they've yet to show that kind of form. They are trailing Toronto by a score of 3-0. Second intermission coming up. Elliot Friedman standing by with headlines as Hockey Night in Canada continues on CBC.
At Air Canada Centre, the Leafs.
As Hockey Night in Canada continues on CBC.
At Air Canada Centre, the Leafs.
As Hockey Night in Canada continues on CBC.
Describe the Leafs scoring explosion here tonight.
It's been quite good, actually. It's a lot of goals for them, and three goals is a lot of magic. And I hope they score a lot more. It's quite good. A lot of goals for them. It's 3 goals, so it's nice to see. Well done, boys. Well done.
And now throw to Paul Romanek.
Paul Romanek, take it away.
Yeah, good. Very good. Paul.
Open mic night here at the Air Canada Centre.
Worst guys to give a mic to. I'll be seeing Jerry at the old drop-off lane Monday morning at school.
Here's Purcell, gets it, Everly in there! Pulled it to the backhand and wasn't able to finish. Puck comes up, Schultz knocks it down, Schultz out. Nugent Hopkins rifles one towards the goal. Comes to Cadbury. Puck comes up, Santorelli shoots, good! So, Everly in there!
Seeing Jerry at the old drop-off lane Monday morning at school.
Here's Purcell, gets it, Everly in there!
The old drop-off lane Monday morning at school.
Here's Purcell, gets it, Everly in there!
I'll be seeing Jerry at the old drop-off lane Monday morning at school.
Here's Purcell, gets it, Everly. Open mic night here at the Air Canada Centre.
Worst guys to give a mic to. I'll be seeing Jerry at the old drop-off lane Monday morning at school.
And that's an icing call on Toronto. Gets it up. And that's an icing call on Toronto.
Well, if you saw the score 4-0, you'd say the Leafs have absolutely dominated. Well, this game swung in the second period at 2-0. Everly, breakaway. All kinds of room. Keith Reimer off the bar. Doesn't count. 2-0. Schultz off the post. Doesn't count. Stays at 2, and then right down the ice. Highlight reel goal. None better this year from this youngster Riley. That makes it 3-0. Save on Everly, and right down the ice again for a Santorelli.
Desiree Pepin Group Pin Edit. Play keyboard.
4-0.
That's how teams get wins, though, right, Glenn? Goalies make saves.
Steers that, and you got for that
Wide open.
Santorelli did not move. One post. Gardner chips it up. Yeah, Reimer with the nice stop just before that as Everly walked in and pulled it to the backhand.
It rarely happens where you get a save at one end and it comes down the ice and you actually get a goal.
Never. You're kidding, right?
Absolutely.
Barrett. Reimer steers that away. Reimer's got the Oilers' number. He shut them out the last time he played against them. That was back in October of 2013. 52 games ago. Puck comes out, rifled towards the net by Lander. Van Riemsdyk gets it up and around. And that's an icing call on Toronto.
Well, if you saw the score 4-0, you'd say the Leafs have absolutely dominated. Well, this game swung in the second period at 2-0. Everly, breakaway. All kinds of room. Keith Reimer off the bar. Doesn't count. 2-0. Schultz off the post. Doesn't count. Stays at 2, and then right down the ice. 3-0. Save on Everly. And right.
That's how teams get wins, though, right, Glenn? Goalies make saves. Big saves when they need them. Stop good opportunities. The Leafs haven't been getting that since 2015 started. They haven't been getting the saves when they've given up the good chances, whether it's been Bernier, whether it's been Reimer. Tonight, they're getting them, whether it be by good fortune hitting the post or good saves by James Reimer, allowing their team to go the other way and score some pretty nice goals for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight.
Well, if you look at Bernier, who you consider your starter, in October his goals against was .257, then November .267, then December .275, then January, February over .306. It's not a stock. We don't need those numbers to go up. We want them to go down if you're a Toronto Maple Leafs guy.
Purcell shoots, and that is stopped by Reimer. Next Saturday, Hockey Day in Canada. Great annual tradition, and we are proud to host Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada. Lots of games, and the theme is teammates. Hockey Canada. Next Saturday, Craig Simpson and Cassie on CBC in Vancouver to bring you that one. Riley. Here's Purcell. Everly shoots. Reimer waved at it. Nugent Hopkins fired it across. Buckbaum was sneaking up there. Riley. Left-bomb. Jumps into the corner. Trying to come up with that puck. And it gets past Schultz. Hendricks. And Lupul up there doing some nice work on the forecheck. Lupul finally tied up. Left-bomb clears it up. Blinkhammer drops the shoulder and then drops to the ice. This is Holland. Flips it across. Bonnet drives in. Shooting! Nice little move to get into shooting position.
He's feeling good about his game tonight. Nicely done in stride by Richard Bonnet.
Here's Robidas. Moves it up. This is Booth. Puck cleared up. Booth just inside the line. Booth played a strong game last night in New Jersey, I thought, and he's looked pretty solid here tonight.
He has been involved physically, willing to get into a fight. It's not his thing.
Here's Bonnet. Booth coming up. Smith is with him. Booth cuts to the forehand and dangles back. Plays it up ahead. It bounced over Smith's stick. Here's Santorelli. Pocket picked cleanly there by Petrie. This is Franson. Oilers make some changes. Gardner in over the blue line. Santorelli with him. Puck played up. Winnick looking for him. Santorelli backs it back up around, back of the goal. Fane. Yakupov gets there and chops it up over the glass. It was deflected and goes up over the glass and out of play. Let's get an update. Here's George Strombolopoulos.
All right, thank you very much, Paul.
Puck wristed in there by Holzer. Booth.
It is amazing, a little confidence to go from being a healthy scratch to now he's Meadowlark Lemon.
Sweet Georgia Brown playing in the background, absolutely.
70s references for 10, Alex. Meadowlark Lemon. That's a first for Hockey Night in Canada, I think.
I couldn't find another Hinterlands who's who we threw from last week, so I think we saw them all. But Globetrotter-like, how about that?
Yeah, they all work. Everly. Little wheel there. Nugent Hopkins. Purcell. Everly. Nugent Hopkins goes to the front of the net, now drops down low. Oh, Purcell was alone in the slot, but they couldn't get it to him. Now it comes up to Purcell. Actually, it doesn't. It hops over his stick. Everly up after him. Nugent Hopkins. Purcell. Riley. Chips it up. Kadri. A little burst of speed, but couldn't close the gap. Petrie plays it across. Purcell. Dishes it up for Everly. Long shift for this line. Everly tried to cut to the middle and lost the puck. Schultz plays it back.
Not much good for the Oilers tonight, but the one guy who has impressed me is Petrie. And I know he's available at the deadline. Whoever gets him as a defenseman will have a nice surprise. He is a real good player.
Winnick and Santorelli. Kadri down low, jumps around back of the net looking for it. Puck bounces up and in front. Yakupov moved it up. Yakupov takes it back from Frazier, strides towards the corner, waits, and plays it right onto the stick of Santorelli. And Gardner plays it out. Buffbomb. Winds his way up in over the line. Yakupov going for the net, couldn't get there to the rebound. Fane chops one up. Yakupov. And Riemsdyk for Toronto. Here comes Kessler. Van Riemsdyk. Robidas moves it up. Hendricks. From a long way away, and Reimer will stop those all night. as he has. 4-0 is the score. 12:29 to go in the third period on Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
World's longest hockey games underway at Sherwood Park, just outside of Edmonton. They'll play 10 days straight, save for breaks to resurface the ice in support of the Cross Cancer Institute in Edmonton. The goal is $1 million. Project's driven by Dr. Brent Sake, the Oilers' eye doctor. Location is Sakers Acres, and he's built a magnificent rink, actually more like an outdoor stadium. 40 players, including former Oiler Yanni Niinema, started to play yesterday. They'll go to February 16th, hoping to break the Guinness World Record. It's a nice idea when it's sunny and relatively mild. It's when it's 3 in the morning and 25 below that you have to be dedicated, and that bunch is.
For a great cause. Santorelli, here he is, ready, set, stopped! Santorelli, great chance for his second of the game. Fox with a nice save. Wasn't quite as deep in the net that time, Glenn. Everly.
Santorelli wearing a cloaking device. I mean, how does he get that wide open off of one pass?
Winnick. Santorelli comes up, takes it. Kadri. Klefbom got a piece of that to deflect it away. Everly. Here's Gardner. Gardner with Franson yelling over at him. Wheel, wheel, wheel. He thought he had room. Plays it up. Smith. Back to Franson. Tucks it up there to Booth. Smith. Fires one, and that's tipped up over the glass. Another play.
We'll talk about Santorelli getting lost in coverage. He's got nobody within about 40 feet of him as he blows the zone. But it's a good read by him because he recognized that Kadri's in support underneath the puck here. He's going to get turned over to Winnick's stick. And now Klefbom, who's trying to move forward, has got to get backwards. And he got one little mishandle by Santorelli as the puck bounces over his stick. Limited his options, and he tries to shoot a 5-hole and just misses. But when you support the puck with layers, get a good read. You can take the cheating route. Santorelli recognized they have it. Rolls his own for the breakaway.
Don't you have to have your head on the swivel a little bit? You look ahead, you count 4. Where's the fifth guy? Behind me.
You're trusting Ryan Nugent-Hopkins not to turn it over at the blue line so you can get a little more aggressive.
This is Spain. One camera chopped at it. Here's Ferentz. Blinkhammer up towards the corner. Hendricks up there with him. Blinkhammer. Hendricks is in front. Now Hendricks will come over to meet it here along the boards. Looking for Blinkhammer in the corner. Gordon is the other forward up there. Puck fired through. Gordon. Pardon me, that's Hendricks who was knocked down to the ice. Petrie poking at it. Gordon pokes it up, knocked down by Robidoux, gets it up ahead. Here's Holland with a chance, and the goal! Petrie looking for Blinkhammer in the corner. Gordon is the other forward up there. Puck fired through. Gordon. Pardon me, that's Hendricks who was knocked down to the ice. Petrie poking at it. Gordon pokes it up, knocked down by Robidoux, gets it up ahead. Here's Holland. Gordon pokes it up, knocked down by Robidoux, gets it up ahead. Here's Holland. Hendricks, who was knocked down to the ice.
What are you going to pick up your...
Yakupov trying to climb his way up there. It's a nice... Here's Bozeman.
That's not good.
Leroy relieved him of the puck. He fires it back up the other way. Yakupov trying to climb his way up there. It's a nice call.
So not much going well for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. It hasn't been a great year either. 2 months left of the season. I think what happens with Nail Yakupov the rest of this year is very important because it has not been a great year for him. It has not been a good night for him. And he seems lost out there with the puck. He has a lot of flash. He skates fast. He stops quickly. But he doesn't do much with the puck. And Glenn, he is too talented first overall to play the way he's playing. They need to rehabilitate his confidence in his game so they can trade him for some value or get something out of him when he plays. Because it's just not good enough out of Yakupov. He's too talented to play the way he does.
But, talent's only one small part of it, right? You've got hockey IQ, which is another big part of it, and you've got the intangible side of the ledger.
Here comes Kessel! And into the glove of Victor Foss.
Right now, Victor Foss is saying, come on, boys. Breakaway practice is over. It's the third one here in the third period. And if you're Austin, that clutch ball, you can't try to keep that in with your skate or stick. You got to make sure you got to get it with your body. Kessels is going to blow the zone right by and skates into this one. He's off to the races. That patent wrister release. Mr. Foss read that one properly, Glenn. Put his glove right at the spot.
Did you see Kessel's eyes?
Man, goal scorers like dope and ice.
Like a panther on a coke bench. He was just wide-eyed, bearing in on goal with a chance like that. Santorelli. Winnick looking for it. Kadri. Everly. Polak back after it. Here's Riley. Santorelli. Polak. Now Riley will pick it up. What a night for the Leafs.
It's been a long time coming that they can have a night where they score some goals, have their goaltender play well, smile on the bench, give the crowd something to cheer about.
Aaronson. Gaston working it hard. And Lander up there. Bounces around. Trying to get entangled with Gaston. Here's Connick. Booth comes up. A strange night in that you had the Leafs who played last night in New Jersey. They didn't look very good at all. And that's putting it lightly. Edmonton in town, rested, day off, and yet watching the two teams, you'd never be able to tell, would you?
That's why you have to play the games. And remind you that the Edmonton Oilers are still on the development trail. They're not yet a complete hockey team. They've taken advantage of plenty of mistakes tonight, the Oilers.
Lupul.
Enjoy the conversation. Joffrey Lupul politely asking Kevin Pollock to get out of my way in behind the net.
Here's Lupul. Shoots! And Fox stops it and hangs on.
Politely asking Kevin Pollock to get out of my way in behind the net.
Here's Lupul. Shoots! And Fox stops it and hangs on.
Well, I guess you got to figure out what the Oilers are. Everyone thinks of them as this young, offensive team that takes chances. Well, the Oilers are. Everyone thinks of them as this. Well, I guess you got to figure out what the Oilers are. Everyone thinks of them as this young, offensive team that takes chances. Well, to be an offensive team, you have to do two things. You've got to shoot the puck a lot, and you got to score goals. And the Oilers don't shoot the puck a lot. Bottom of the league in shots, and bottom of the league in goals. So, as Nick and Kelly talked about it, who's got the best?
YouTube.
Alexa, what time is it?
Exiting narrator. Group, please enter the password for you. Enter, sign in, back. Windows, link, pin, desert, hidden.
team,
YouTube
what are
video.
these Oilers? I don't wait.
0% vertically scored.
Well, neither does Yakupov. I mean, it's just terrible the last 2 years. The minus 33 last year, minus 24 this year.
I think when it matters most is when it's an outlier relative to the rest of your team.
Here's Kessel, another look, and that was blocked. Schultz got in front of it.
But there are better stats out there now to indicate that kind of ability.
Nugent Hopkins dished off, comes across in front of the net. Yakupov with a great chance, but an even better save by Reimer. He slammed the door again. 28th shot on goal for the Oilers, and another stop by Reimer. Here's Schultz. Everly. Klefbom plays it across, and the stick of fame just disintegrates. Here comes Kadri. Tried to tiptoe around Klefbom there at the line. Everly bouncing it back down deep into Leafs territory. Gazdic up there looking for it. Petrie. Lander got it out in front. Zipping up there is Barents. Side of the net. Gazdic with a chop at it. Kadri. Looking for Santorelli, who would have been away scot-free. Petrie. Up around, coming out. And getting it away on goal was Pakarinen, and that is held by Reimer. 4:31 to go. Look at this stuff by Reimer. Drops the pad down. Great positioning.
Oh, it's really neat to be able to look back at NHL players in the Brick Super Novice Tournament. Morgan Riley, 2004, end-to-end and a pretty finish at the age of 10. Special then, special tonight. Second period, Morgan Riley, 20 years old, end-to-end, toe drag, and hits the top corner to give the Leafs a 3-0 lead. Might be the prettiest goal he scored in Toronto, and it harkens back a decade. Not to forget, Game 2 of Hockey Night in Canada's doubleheader coming up from Rogers Arena in Vancouver. Sidney Crosby and the Penguins there to face the Canucks in just under half an hour. Well,
about 4:28 to go in this one. Puck bounces in. Foss waves it away towards the corner. Santorelli gets back to Riley. Plays it over quickly. Pollock, right in this one. Hops up around the boards and all the way back down the ice. Riley back there to pick it up. Mercer up the forecheck. Oilers starting off a 6-game road trip and not putting their best foot forward. I think that's fair to say. Everly drops it there from Schultz. Personal moves up, shoots. Reimer stopped that. Here's Everly. Roy. Pollock watching him. Roy over to Petrie. Works it back across in front. Everly. Roy jumps up after it. Puck golfed towards the net by Marinson and comes off the boards, and it's held by Reimer. A lot of games starting to finish up, reach a conclusion as we are here. Take a look at the Budweiser Red Light scoreboard.
Tell you what, the teams out west in Canada will be watching the Buffalo Sabres trying to hold on against the Dallas Stars with under 30 seconds to go, and the Canadians needed a win too. Struggle against some weaker teams taking advantage of Jersey playing back-to-back.
Well, if you want to wave the flag around a little bit, which we like to when it comes to hockey in our country, looking at things right now, best case scenario, Montreal in the playoffs, Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver, 4 Canadian teams.
It's been a while since we've had that many playing. Plenty of time to go, though, for those teams at the bottom of the Western Conference. Lots can happen there on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah, certainly in the West. The East is more or less gelling up. But still lots to set in the West. Here's Lupul. Komarov. Fraser. This is Yakupov. Sees a little opening there, tries to exploit it, and then it was chopped away by Franzen. Slashing penalty coming up. It's going to go against the Leafs.
That is a little bit of an example, though, of Yakupov and his hockey IQ. Yeah, he draws a penalty, it's for slashing, but this is basically a 1-on-4. There are other white sweaters that may want to get the puck as well. You're not beating 4 guys in the NHL, unless Morgan Riley, in any given play. It's not happening.
Wednesday night, don't miss the dramatic conclusion of the Book of Negroes. That is Wednesday at 9 on CBC. Edmonton 0 for 1 on the power play. Had 3 shots on goal to have an advantage. Leafs have won their last 5 games against Edmonton and poised to make it 6 the way things are going. Everly. This is Schultz. Gets it up. Nugent Hopkins. Back to Schultz. One-timer on goal. Testing Reimer. 30th shot on goal for the Oilers. And just under 2 minutes to go in regulation. 1:10 to go in the power play for Edmonton. And Booth wins that puck and carries it back. Booth coming in. Short-handed. Voss dishing off there to Frazier. Long pass. Hakarinen played it up deep. Yakupov tried to get it in front of the net. Frazier is down in front. Petrie has it here. Works it over. One-timer comes in. Reimer with the stop. And he will hang on.
First win in 12 games for Brendan Shanahan's crew, and you know he will be feeling a little bit better about tonight's effort anyways. But he's a realist. He understands what's going on. He made a deal yesterday clearing out 2 contracts. Now he's 2 below the maximum to build in some flexibility heading toward the trade deadline. He understands that there are several steps to take before the Toronto Maple Leafs are ready to compete for the Stanley Cup, which is what his goal was when he took over here in Toronto. But for one night anyways, everyone can feel good about themselves.
What do you guys think? Is it going to be a complete teardown? Everybody's speculating.
It's going to be hard to be a complete teardown just given the nature of the contracts and the players involved. It's difficult to make moves of that size in today's NHL. So even if you wanted to, you might not be able to.
Glenn, what do you think?
I think you have to be realistic about the state of your team, and the players, unfortunately, for these 11 games have made the decision relatively easy. You know, when it was the scope of 5 and they asked Mats to waive his no trade, and they were 3 points out, the captain said, I can't be the first one off the ship. Well, there's I think have made it easy, and there'll be interest in guys like Santorelli, for sure. Be interested in winning.
Yes.
Plays more PK time than any forward in the league. And they'll be interested in Franzen, for sure. Right-hand shot. They don't want to give him the term because of a chronic hip, potentially. And this is a first for me. A goaltender has iced the puck.
But those are the obvious ones, Glenn. The 3 unrestricted free agents have all had decent seasons. But it's really, do they, or are they able to deal someone with term? And that would be one of their core members. It's whether you go from the top down, if it's a Phaneuf, Kessel, Lupul, Clarkson, those are the tougher questions and tougher deals to make. And we're going to get a timeout this late in the game by the Oilers. Unusual. A little more time for James Reimer to enjoy this one. It's been a tough run for the Leaf goalies, for James Reimer in particular, but he has been good when he had to be tonight, allowing his team to score some goals and give him a comfortable lead. Right now, 31 for James Reimer, and it's not like the Oilers haven't had their chances. Couple breakaways, couple good opportunities, and he called everybody out on the team yesterday after New Jersey, and he responded, playing very well to get the win tonight against Edmonton.
Reimer poised to win his 72nd game as the Toronto Maple Leafs. Up to Kadri. up there for Komarov. It went into the bench and out of play.
Grab, Glenn. And a boy, quick hands up there.
I think it was 5-hole. I got to be honest with you. Lost a step.
Giverman hit down there.
Yeah, let's talk about just even in warm-up. There's me not paying any attention, just looking at the players, picking at my feet.
Oh!
Yeah, hit me in the chin.
Scrivens is ready to play with a quick glove hand.
Quick glove. There have been a few times where you get whacked a little bit. You got to pay attention.
Defender up there for Komarov. It went into the bench.
And that's coming back.
Chris Russell. And a boy, quick hands up there.
Brought him in as a free agent signing because he does stuff like this. He is a terrific puck retrieval defenseman. Gets his head turned before he even gets the puck. He knows where he wants to go. Makes a quick turn, escapes 2 forecheckers, and bang, the Oilers are out of their zone. Something they desperately need is defensemen who can get the puck going north.
2 assists in that game on Wednesday.
The free agent signing because he does stuff like this. He is a terrific
Toronto Maple
puck
Leafs
retrieval
playing tab
defenseman. Gets his head turned before he even gets the puck. He knows.
October.
Hit me in the chin. The Cup final, I almost lost all of my teeth. Boston against Vancouver.
Quick hands up there.
Defender up there for Komarov. It went into the bench and out of play.
Grab, Glenn. And a boy, quick hands up there.
I think it was 5-hole. I got to be honest with you. Lost a step.
Giverman hit down there.
Yeah, there's picking at my feet.
Oh!
Yeah, hit me in the chin.
Scrivens is ready to play.
Eat up time along the boards. Down to the final 10 seconds. And they get the final 10 seconds. To overtime. It had been a little more ready to go than they had shown. But through 2 periods, they've yet to show that kind of form. They are trailing Toronto by a score of 3-0. Second intermission coming up. Elliot Friedman standing by with headlines as Hockey Night in Canada continues on CBC.
At Air Canada Centre, the Leafs have friends that Xavier say about your series. Tremendous group.
A lot of people working on that CBC.
And that tour across Canada.
Considering the history of that.
Wouldn't mind.
Did actually a lot of goals from them, and three goals is a lot of magic. And I hope they score a lot more. It's quite good. A lot of goals for them. It's 3 goals, so it's nice to see. Well done, boys. Well done.
And now throw to Paul Romanek.
Paul Romanek, take it away.
Yeah, good, very good. Paul.
Open mic night here at Canada Centre.
Worst guys to give a mic to. I'll be seeing Jerry at the old drop-off lane Monday morning at school.
Here's Purcell, gets it Everly in there. Pulled it to the backhand and wasn't able to finish. Puck comes up. Schultz knocks it down. Schultz out. Nugent Hopkins rifles one towards the goal. Comes to Cadby. Puck comes up. Santorelli shoots. Good. Puck comes up. Santorelli shoots.
0% vertically score.
Comes to Cadby. Puck comes up. Santorelli shoots. Good. Santorelli sends one home, and it's 4-0.
0% YouTube video. Next. 1 hours 47 minutes. Current value 1 hours 50 minutes 6. 1 hours 52 minutes.
There have been a few times where you get whacked a little bit. You got to pay attention.
Get 2.
The future core, that's your future leader.
They don't get him the shutout, they get him the win. And Reimer will take that. That is his first win since December the 14th against the LA Kings.
Long time coming for the Toronto Maple Leafs. First win in 12. Do it in convincing fashion, 5-1. And they'll be able to put some smiles on their faces heading home tonight.
Well, the Leafs have a reason to salute their fans. A 5-1 win over Edmonton, and they end an 11-game winless drought. 3 stars tonight. Reimer